Welcome back to the channel. You know those incredible YouTube documentaries, the ones with cinematic animations or storytelling that make a simple piece of history or a gluten history feel like a full-blown movie. You watch them and probably think the creator has a massive team, expensive gear, and years of animation experience. But honestly, you don't need any of that. With the right tools and a solid workflow, you can pull it off entirely on your own. So in today's video, I'm breaking out exactly how I built this documentary style animation step by step. We are copying everything from developing the initial concept and generating the visuals to animating and pulling it all together into a professional and final cut. So whether you are building your own channel, like telling compelling stories, or just curious about how this digital storytelling magic happens, this is your starting point. My goal isn't just to show up the final results, but to hand you the exact workflow and tools you need to bring your own ideas to life. So stick around until the end. If you are new here, hit subscribe and post regular tutorials on modern content creation and how to level up your videos. So now let's get into it. For this workflow, you'll need an AI chatbot. You can use ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, or any other capable chatbot. For this tutorial, I'll be using ChatGPT. Start by opening the Google document where I've placed the master prompt for this workflow. Copy the entire prompt because every section plays an important role in getting the best results. Now head back to your chatbot, paste the prompt into the chat, and click send. After it finishes processing, the chatbot will ask a few questions to understand exactly what type of documentary you want to create. The first question is your content niche. You'll see categories like AI and technology, human body and biology, history and events, food and chemistry, survival and danger, and several others. For this tutorial, I'm choosing survival and danger. The chatbot will then generate 10 documentary ideas within that niche. Browse through the list, choose the idea you like most, then either enter its title number or paste the full title into the chat. In the same message, tell the chatbot how long you want your video to be. For this example, I'm creating a 15-second YouTube short, so I'll enter 15 seconds and send it. Just like that, the planning phase is complete. The AI now knows exactly what you want to create. Now let's see the part that saves the most time, your complete production package. Once the chatbot finishes processing, it creates everything you'll need to produce your video. You'll receive a complete voiceover script, a scene-by-scene production plan, image generation prompts, animation prompts, and clear directions for every scene, all organized in the correct order. Take a moment to scroll through the document and see how everything is structured. Instead of figuring out each step yourself, you'll already have a complete production blueprint ready to follow. Once you've confirmed everything has been generated correctly, scroll back to the top and copy the first image generation prompt. That's the only prompt we need for the next stage. At this point, all of the planning is finished. Your script, narration, scene breakdown, image prompts, and animation prompts are already prepared. Now it's time to turn that blueprint into visuals, and I'll show you how to keep every scene looking consistent from beginning to end. Now it's time to create the visuals. For this tutorial, I'll be using Google Flow because it gives us access to Nano Banana 2, which works really well for this type of content. Open the settings panel, choose Nano Banana 2 as your image model, set the aspect ratio to 9:16, and leave the output count set to 1. Generating one image at a time helps maintain consistent characters while avoiding unnecessary generation limits. Now copy the first image generation prompt from the chatbot, paste it into Google Flow, and click Generate. After a few seconds, you'll have your first scene image. Next, copy the second image prompt. Before generating it, drag your first image into the prompt as a reference image. This tells the model to keep the same character and visual style across the next scene. From this point on, the workflow stays exactly the same. Simply continue copying each image prompt, using your previous images as references until every scene has been generated. Now your documentary has a complete set of consistent visuals, and we're ready for the next stage. With all of our images ready, let's bring them to life. Switch Google Flow from image mode to video mode, and make sure image to video is selected. Keep the aspect ratio at 9:16, leave the output count at 1, choose OmniFlash as your video model, and set each clip to 4 seconds, which works perfectly for a 15-second YouTube short. Image into the timeline, copy the first animation prompt from the chatbot, paste it into Google Flow, and click Generate. Within a few seconds, you'll have a smooth animated clip. Watch it once to make sure the movement feels natural and matches the scene. If you're happy with the result, simply repeat the same workflow for the remaining images until every scene has been animated. When everything is finished, download all of your clips and save them in a dedicated folder. Keeping everything organized now will make the editing stage much easier. Your documentary is no longer just a collection of images, it's now a complete sequence of animated scenes. The only thing missing is the narration, and that's exactly what we'll create next. Now that our animations are ready, it's time to generate the voiceover. Head back to your chatbot and open the voiceover section. Before copying everything, take a moment to review the narration, scene by scene. Simply copy the narration from each scene into the narration document provided with this workflow. This quick check helps you catch any small mistakes before generating the voiceover. Once you've collected the full narration, open your preferred text-to-speech platform. You can use 11 Labs, Noise.ai, or any other voice generator you like. For this tutorial, I'll be using 11 Labs. Paste the narration into the text box, choose a voice that matches your documentary style, and click Generate. When it's ready, listen through the entire voiceover once. Make sure the pronunciation, the pacings, and the overall delivery sound natural. If everything looks good, download the audio file. Now we have everything we need, our animations, our voiceover, and our complete production plan. Let's bring it all together. Open your preferred video editor. For this tutorial, I'll be using CapCut, but you can follow the same workflow in any editor you're comfortable with. Import all of your animated clips and the voiceover, then place the voiceover on the timeline first. Next, use the narration from your chatbot as a guide and split the voiceover at the end of each scene. This gives you individual narration segments that are easy to match with the correct animation. Now drag each animated clip onto the timeline and align it with its matching narration. If a clip doesn't perfectly match the narration length, simply trim it or adjust its playback speed until both finish together. Repeat this process for the remaining scenes. Once everything is synchronized, generate your captions using auto captions. Review them, correct any mistakes, apply your preferred caption style, and position them where they're easy to read without covering important parts of the videos. Before exporting, play the project from beginning to end one last contrast. Check that every animation matches the narration, all captions are accurate, and the pacing feels smooth throughout. If everything looks good, click export. And that's it. Starting with a single prompt, you've generated your video idea, created a complete production package, produced consistent images, animated every scene, generated a professional voiceover, and assembled everything into a finished ZAC-D film style AI documentary short. The best part is that you can repeat this exact workflow for different topics, different niches, and different video lengths without changing the process. If you found this tutorial helpful, let me know in the comments what type of documentary you're planning to create next. And if you'd like to learn more AI workflows like this, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. You step into quicksand, and suddenly the ground begins swallowing your legs. Panicking makes you sink faster by forcing more water away. Staying calm lets your body float, because quicksand is denser than you. Slow, you free each leg as water returns beneath you. You safely crawl onto solid ground, instead of disappearing.